Relationship is complicated, and the sooner you learn this brutal truth, the faster you will go through life easier with a peace of mind. And here it is. You can always be replaced. Your position in anyone's life depends on your youthfulness. I say it again. You can always be replaced. Your position in anyone's life depends on your youthfulness. I know, it's hard to accept this. It seems really brutal and it seems really harsh. Why? Because we often think to ourselves that I'm such an awesome person, I'm so cool, I'm such a talented person. How can they get rid of me? There's no way, right? And when that happens, like when they finally get rid of you, when they finally remove you from their life, you get shocked and you get hit by a surprise. And for so many people, they don't want to accept this brutal truth because the ego doesn't want to accept it. But this is just a human nature. Your position, your importance in anybody else's life depend on your usefulness. And I'm telling you this, not to say that this is bad thing or that you need to be careful about people and this or that, and that people are mean. No, I'm telling you this because I want you to know that this is a human behavior. This is a human nature behavior. It may not happen to everyone, but it happened to most people. So once you're aware of this, when you have this awareness, you have to be careful. Like you be careful about who you trust. Like you think that you have a great relationship with your boss at work, and you thought to yourself that man, they will never replace me. Like he will always value me. So you have to be careful about if you have that thought. Yes, he may value you today. He may value you tomorrow. But it doesn't mean that he will value you the same next month or next week. Time changes and people will also change as well. With that being said, once you know this brutal truth, how does that apply to your life? How can you apply in relationship with your boss, with your friendship, with your romantic relationship? Like in terms of your boss, you know that you have the awareness that, hey, right now I'm really valuable to the company. I'm really valuable to him. The question you should ask yourself is, how can I continue to improve my skills and continue to become more valuable employee so that I am the one who be in control. I am the one who decide to leave, not the one who try to kissing my boss ass, try to please my boss when I know that this is fucking bullshit. So the only way that you can improve your skill and the only way that put you in control is when you constantly improve your skill set, constantly become a valuable employee. I believe that this is so good when we accept this brutal truth because it's helped us not to be complacent. Because sometimes we thought to ourselves that we're such an awesome person, we become cocky and we stop learning and we stop seeking new knowledge. We fool up ourselves and eventually when we no longer become valuable, when they're able to find somebody else to replace us, we will be shocked. And the same thing apply into your friendship. There are several different types of friendship. And then many of them be with you for a reason. Many be with you because you have something to offer to them. They may be nice to you right here because you have opportunities to offer them. You have this and that. You have that resources to offer to them. And it's applied to me too, right? I choose some people in my life because they have this and that. And with other people, I choose them for who they are. What I'm trying to say is, this is normal human behavior. It doesn't mean that they are a bad person or anything like that. But for you to identify who the person that be with you for the fucking shit that you have, like for some stuff that you can offer for them, and who actually accept you for who you are. So by knowing that, you just don't easily put a trust in anybody. You only put a trust in certain people that you know so sure that they actually the one that really accept you for who you are, and they actually accept you no matter what you have to offer or not. But let me warn you this, those people are not many. Besides your parents, there are not many people that actually do that for you. So keep that in mind as you go. And from my experience, and I think this, the only person and the only one you can ever trust is you. The person that you look at in the mirror. That's the person, the only person you can trust is yourself. And that's why it's so important that you love yourself. That's why it's so important that you learn to trust yourself. You learn to love yourself. Because you know that you are the only person that determine your destiny. You only determine where's your life have that you are the only one that in control of your life. Never let anybody take control of your life. And that's the whole point of this message. To put you in the position of control. For you to have the power, to be the one who determined that to let other people go out of your life. Not for other people to decide whether they let you go or not. The most effective way you can do is to improve your personal value. Constantly work on yourself. Constantly improve your self-worth. Because if anything ever happens, it's their loss. Because they don't know how valuable you are. And guess what? You can always easily find another group of high value friends. You can always find another job that really value you. You can always find another romantic partner. Because you know that a divorce rate is really high. It's about 50%. Because when people get married, they thought to themselves that, hey, this person will love me forever. This person will value me forever. And guess what? People become complacent. And when they become complacent, guess what? The other person no longer see the value in this person. And they decided to divorce. You see? You thought that, hey, they will get married and stay until at the end of their life. But statistic doesn't lie. It shows that 50% of people are in divorce. And then the 40% probably not measurable enough to get that divorce. But the whole point is, this is the reality we live in. This is what's going on. Even the statistic also show that. So my friend, be careful when you trust somebody. Expect that this trust doesn't mean that they will be on your side forever. They may trust you, they may value you today, but doesn't mean they will trust you and value you again tomorrow. Keep that in mind. Don't be surprised when shit goes sideways. We do it all the time. I do this as well. I let people go. I get rid of people in my life as well. Chances are you do it as well, whether it's consciously or unconsciously. We do it a lot of the time. And like I said, it doesn't make you or other people a bad person. It's just for you to know that, hey, this is the fact. This is how human nature behaves. And how I can use this fact to apply to my life so that we will always be in control. So that to remind ourselves that, hey, I am complacent. It's time for me to level up. It's time for me to evolve. It's time for me to change for the better. And that's the whole point that I want to emphasize. Constantly work on yourself. Constantly learn to trust yourself and learn to love yourself. Learn to be okay with yourself. And always focus on giving values to others people. Hope you enjoyed this episode and got some value out of it. I just want to let you know that I really appreciate your time for taking the time to listen to my episode. What really more important to me is that you apply this knowledge into your life. Work on yourself. Always keep learning. And never forget to take action. Until next time, thank you.